Hey there, it's Crafty Jennabug. It's time to start working in the August journal. I'm not sure yet what I will do, if anything, more to the cover. I really kind of like its grunginess being in the forefront, and it has so many sunflowers over it. Maybe I'll do the name of the month or something, but I'll figure that out. So for this page, I've decided on this piece. It is a large ticket fold out thing. It's backed up this paper. I made this during Ember last year. Ember is a daily prompt list for making different junk journal ephemera through the month of December. It's hosted by 49 Dragonflies and Louisa Heinzel, and I participated last year. I really love this piece, and of course it belongs in a bee themed journal, and the colors are just perfect. Well, I want to make this last one a pocket, and then it'll glue down there and fold out like that. Do I want to put anything around it? Maybe. Let's see. You know what? Let's just press it down with something heavy. Okay. In the meantime, I want to make something to fit this pocket. How wide is it? So we don't want anything more than 3 inches. So smaller than 3 inches, and we'll say 4 inches tall, so 3 by 4 inches. All right, this is dry enough now for me to be able to put something in it. And I have this piece that I cut out of a scrapbook paper pad. It was a bunch of different vintagey looking pieces of ephemera kind of thing, different cutouts. And I went ahead and this had like a spiral bound notebook hole set at the top, so I punched those out. And it's going to live right here as a little journaling card. And I like the coloration because I think this and this, oh, you can't see that. I believe this and this came from the same piece of paper. So the colors work well for me. That just bright. That brightness. And I stuck it on this page because this is kind of bulky, and there's this gap between the 2 signatures that will keep it from getting too bulky. If I had just stuck it on one of these pages, it would really bulk it up, but there's a little space here to allow for that. Back to the front. I want to stamp August 2023. I found this little piece of paper that I dyed. It is like write your own music paper, and I dyed it with tea and some distress ink. Oh, that side's cool. They're both really cool. So I'm going to stamp on here. I'm going to use ground espresso permanent ink, and I've got this big flowery A. It's like a, can you see it? It has a floral pattern in it. It'll probably show up better once I've got the ink. So there you can see. There you can see the beautiful leaf pattern on it. And then the rest of the word I want to be smaller. And I've chosen these. I'm going to do them one at a time because I am extra like that. I did a test, and when I spaced them out, I used a couple of different, I didn't like the way it looked all spaced out, so I want to put them closer. So one at a time it is. Oh yeah, I love that. I like that so much more than when it was spaced out. Yay! Now these stamps I used, I can't remember where I got the letters. I think I got them from the Dollar Tree. these still in? No, I'm not sure. They might have come from the Dollar Tree, or I don't know. These definitely did. I still have the packaging for them. And for the numbers. For the numbers, I'm going to use the smallest ones on here. This is a Dilutions. There we go. Now you can see it better. I'm going to use the smallest ones on this Dilution Clear Stamps. Numerology. DYB 65371. 2023. It's a little off. I'm not going to quibble over it. Here is what I've done. I cut it out and I backed it on a piece of dark brown scrap paper. And then I've got some of this brown floral lace ribbon thing. I don't know. I love it. I have it in a few different colors. And I thought I would stick it right here, popping out of there. So I'm going to glue this down. Now that is obviously going to need to dry. I added this flower I cut out of a piece of scrapbook paper that just had a bunch of them all over it, and I think that feels complete. I felt like there was something missing. I am covering up that cool plant, but whatever, it's fine. It wasn't really part of the page anyway, it was accidental, so I love it. I love it. Next, what shall we do? So this page after the title page, I decided just to take a piece of scrapbook paper and cut out this beautiful image to put behind it, because it just makes this page pop all the more. The page that was down here, or the page that was behind it, was very much like this, just yellows and browns around the edging. And I just love it so much more now. I debated making it a flip, but no, this does it for me. For this little page, I have this. It came from a printable offered by Artsy Fartsy Life, and it got a little smear on it, but I really like it. I think it's going to be a cute little like belly band thing, side pocket. I'm not sure yet, but I want to poke some holes for some brads. I don't want to put the brads through to the other page, so I'm just going to put them through, and then I will just glue them down. I love that. I want this little guy to go in here because I like the way the blue plays off. So do I want it to go like this? Go like that. I want to just make it a belly band. No, because then the bead is hidden. I like it off-centered as a belly band. Okay, so I'm just going to glue. And then this little guy will live in here. But I do want to decorate the back. So in order to do that, I'm going to take this scrap paper and flip it over. Let's see, do I want to make it the same color on the back? Yeah, why not? That would probably be, I think tumbled glass is the closest I have. So I think I will use chipped sapphire. I think I want to stamp something on this side. I think I will dribble a little bit on there and then wipe it off. And then stamp this bee. right down there. Oh, gorgeous. That is super cute. A little bit of journaling space on the back of this card. It now lives there, and that brings some of the colors, makes these two pages a little bit more cohesive. Awesome. That needs to dry. Can I? No. Okay, let's see. Alright, this centerpiece, I ended up taking a little vintage photo and a blending brush and just adding some vintage photo here. It was very gray because of the oxidation. And I think I'm just going to turn this into 2 pockets. But before I do that, I want to do something to this background on both sides. It's pretty plain. And let's see, what do I have going on the other ones? I've got the bee. And there should just be, yeah, that little guy up there. Okay. So, maybe some darker colors or some stenciling. I take these and just do some flowers. Okay, not my favorite, but it will be pretty much covered up. So I could do that in a couple of places. Oh, that one turned out much better. It almost looks like a pressed flower. I like that a lot, actually. Let's do that in the other corners as well. All right. I love that. I think that is gorgeous. Cool. Now I'm going to glue these down. 2 pockets. That. Awesome. The only other thing I want to do is I don't like how light that thread is. So I'm going to... Now I just got to figure out stuff to put in these pockets once they're dry. This little pocket, this little side pocket here, I want to make a tag for. I have this, came off of a piece of scrapbook paper, one of these type papers. It has a bunch of different things on and around it. It says every day contains at least one small miracle, and it is just the perfect size to fit in here. It's pretty flimsy, so I want to back it, and I think I'm going to back it on this paper, which just came from a different pack, and it'll make it a little sturdier. But before I do that, I have this little partial flower I cut with the die cut machine, and I want it to be my pull tab. And I'm going to glue it between. But this back is not the color I want it to be. So we're going to fix that. I think a little mustard seed. And then, because this side is kind of splattery, lots of little splatters. All right, let's dry that for a moment. Beautiful. And then glue it so then that will live in there with that little flower sticking out. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. Now I gotta decorate this. Yeah, I'm gonna play around with some ideas and see what I come up with. This is what I ended up coming up with. It's quite hectic, and I'm not quite sure how I feel about it. I don't have a lot of experience making clusters, but I think it works. I don't know. I've got the dark green element back here, the square, scallop cut out square. I have a little bit of a flower that I cut out of some paper bag that I stenciled over and then cut out dies from. Has a little bit of orange in it. I've got some scraps, and I have this bee I stamped on a piece of scrap paper that I dyed with various different means. It's interesting. I feel like it needs a sentiment. I found it. It says superior specimen. And it's interesting. I don't think this works as well as I had hoped it would, but I'm going with it because it's all glued down. I got the superior specimen from this clipping sticker book by Tim Holtz, Ideology. And that is that. Got that sticking out. The other side, I'm not sure about yet, but I need to let this dry before I do anything else. This has dried. I'm still not sure about this bright piece. I think it kind of takes away from the centerpiece, and I don't know. Something doesn't quite sit right with me here. So let's take that out, and maybe I have a couple of acrylic inks, and I think this bronze is closer. Maybe I will just add a splotch. All right, now that it's not the only metallic thing on the page, I think it works a bit better. That feels a bit better to me, a bit more intentional. So, next on this page, I decided since I have a triangle formed here, I want to do a triangle this way with a tuck spot. This is a snippet I made. It was intended to be a snippet roll, but it's not quite rolly enough. Anywho, I made this during Ember, and I thought it would look really good in here as that triangle. We've got some strings. I think I want to sew on it a bit more in another color. So I think that's what I'll do, but I like that overlapping triangle feeling. So I'm going to sew on this a bit more. I will be right back. For the focal point on this pocket, I'm going to take this bee stencil and some scrap paper, use this bark brown craft paint, and see if I can't get a nice bee. Might do a little more strings sticking out around it. I found this online. I can link the pin down below where I found it. Distressed the edges and back with frayed burlap, and it's going to live right here. But I want to grunge up this page a tiny bit more with some walnut stain splatters. And then this will go right in there. I love it. Yay! Lots of bees and sunflowers all over the place. Happy, happy, happy times. That pocket is perfect. I'll end this video here. Thank you so much for watching. This is a lot of fun. I'm enjoying myself. I hope you are enjoying yourself as much as I am. And we'll see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.